Hi guys.
Hey guys, and welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandy Vakili.
Why did you say Vakili like that?
I don't know.
Vakili?
People call us, like, when they don't know Iranian or whatever, they call us Vakil.
Vakil?
Don't they?
No, the Bakali.
Oh yeah, Bakali, yeah.
I get Bakali a lot. I don't
Mandana Vakali. That's my full name.
Anyway, welcome back. Today's episode is basically our way of feeling like we are doing some kind of parenting in our imagination because basically we're in our 30s. We don't have kids. We're not married. We're not nowhere near probably getting married, nowhere near having kids. And it's Mother's Day next week and we're feeling like, what the hell's going on?
So, but like, what kind of mothers would we be?
Yeah, we started to really think about it. And I thought, Mandy, do you know what? That would be a good
Why
episode.
I feel like you thought of the episode?
No, well, you said it. And
taking credit. Robbery in broad daylight. Robbery.
You decided on the episode and I said, you know what, Mandy?
All right, so we'll say it was your decision then.
I was like, it's a good idea. It's a very good idea. It's our
Do you
way.
know how I thought of it, Anna?
Go on.
So you know when I was editing the clips for our last episode, about relationships, the one that's called I'm in love with my partner's dad. So you know I was editing the clips for like boyfriend going to a strip club or this weird stuff, yeah? So I thought it's so funny, because if you're with a boyfriend, if you have a boyfriend who has like sisters or have parents that are together, if you ask them, like, would you be okay with your sister's boyfriend going to a strip club or would you be okay with your dad going to a strip club while he's with your mum? They'd say, they completely change, right? So I thought, or if they had a daughter, would you be okay with your daughter's boyfriend? So I thought that's where it came from. I thought, how interesting would it be to a topic about like certain things in life? We're like, oh, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
But then when it comes to your kids, would it be cool?
Exactly.
But the thing is, we can only say what we'd be like when if we were going to be parents, but it might be very different when you're actually parents. Do you know what I mean?
We don't know.
Things might change. Like, we can only just imagine what it'd be like.
Which I can't even imagine. It's so hard for me to imagine. But anyway, guys, listen, first of all, like, we'll give you a bit of chit-chat because you love that, But we had a very bad morning. Very bad.
I had a very bad morning.
We had beef before we started this podcast.
Yeah, literally, I'm fuming. Like, I'm actually...
You're over it now?
I'm a little bit over it now, yeah.
She's over it now. When I first came into the studio,
I was
it was
angry.
Like, you could literally... What was it? What's the saying? It was basically tense as fuck.
Yeah, it was really tense. Because basically, last night I slept really late. She messaged me at like 2:30 in the morning, like, Anna, 11 o'clock, be in the studio because I need to leave the studio at 12 because she's got this lovely day at the...
Why are you acting like a hater? I told you to come with me.
She's got a lovely day at the Corinthia booked, yeah? So she has to leave at 12. So I'm like, okay, fine. Even though I'm going to have minimal sleep, I put my alarm on for 9:30 in the morning, yeah? I wake up 9:30, start getting ready. Then she's like 11. She's like, Anna, I can't do 11, be 11:30. So I'm like, fine, fair enough. That's fine. We always do shit like that. Then like around 11:20, she messages me saying, Anna, I can't do this. And I'm like sitting in the car at this point, just about to leave. And I'm like, can't do what? ? Ignores me. Call her. She doesn't pick up. I'm really confused. And then she's messaged me saying, I can't do the podcast. I'm like, well, you don't really have a choice. You kind of have to do the podcast because we have to send it to our editor today. It's out in 3 days. You have to do the podcast.
Yeah, I've thought of every bloody way that I could like delay this podcast and do it another day, but I can't because I'm in that hotel the next 2 days. So how am I going to do it? So literally...
Yeah, if we don't have... Even if I was having an argument with my boyfriend or whatever, if I have only that day to do the podcast, I'll literally come in here in tears if I have to, but we will get release every Tuesday unless it's a proper emergency.
Like, honestly, the fact that I did my whole makeup this morning, I had to wipe it all off and redo it. Like, that's got to be a really bad fucking argument for that to happen, man. I held it down. I was not letting myself cry. That whole beginning half of the argument, I was like, nah, I'm keeping this makeup on. I'm leaving. I'm going to do my podcast.
What is it with you having arguments before podcasts?
What is it with me having arguments on special occasions? My last massive argument was Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And then this is this next one on Valentine's Day. And we're going to the hotel for a romantic... Every time there's like a special occasion, it's like a really bad argument. It's like, I don't understand. It's like I'm jinxed, like I'm cursed.
It's really weird.
You guys give me the evil eye.
It's really, really weird.
It is really weird because, I don't know. Anyway, I thought I can't even come here and like be myself and be funny and be fun. And I actually thought about this, It's like kind of in a way it feels a bit draining. Like sometimes
but yesterday when we were together and you said, I feel like an argument's coming on, I told you to not let it happen. I said, ignore him and don't argue with him.
Yeah.
So why don't you just do that sometimes? Especially when you know you've got a weekend of plans, work, podcast. Like, why not just ignore him? He'll feel more stupid.
Honestly, it's like sometimes when I ignore him, he behaves like worse. He digs at me more, like is mean. But I couldn't help this time but just to give that attitude back.
What do you mean every time?
Why is it though I have to be passive and allow this kind of like abuse and be passive just so they feel like an idiot? And I've got a lot to give.
It's not for that. It's not like so you could be passive and then get this abuse. It's so that you can have more of a peaceful life.
Yeah.
That's the end goal. Do you not remember our New Year's resolutions? You're like, I'm going to be the priority of myself and my life. It's me. You are causing yourself more stress.
I'm human too, though. You know, this is the thing, Anna, yeah? I'm human too. I also have attitude sometimes. I also get moody sometimes. I'm a person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I can't be that person because that person's a worse version.
I think especially when you're like, have a special occasion or you have work or like something like that, don't let him get in the way.
Yeah. Anyway, the argument, like, is so bad. The things that happened and were done were so bad that, like, I can't even ever tell you guys or even my sister. It's, like, so bad. It's also embarrassing, like, that a relationship can get like that. I think it's actually really embarrassing. It's so... And I was like, I cannot come on this podcast and cry. I cannot come on this podcast and cry.
No relationship's perfect. I'm not giving excuses for your relationship. I don't know the ins and outs of it, like, properly, yeah? But, like... No relationship's perfect. I think a lot of people would jump on here and be like, oh, you guys are in toxic relationships, or Mandy, why are you in this? Why don't you leave? But it's not so easy just to leave.
But today, if it was my daughter who is in this, I would tell her to fucking run. Yeah? And that's funny because we're doing this episode about like parenting. This is the thing, like today, I would tell my daughter to fucking run. Every other day for the last 2 weeks, I'll tell my daughter she's so lucky. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's like, such a weird one. Like, I'd be like, oh, she's really got a good one. She's really got a good one. She's really got a good girl. Keep him. Today, I'd be like, fucking run. That's so confusing.
Yeah.
That's so confusing in my brain.
But I'd prefer it, for example, if I had a daughter, that she wouldn't have a man that every day I'd be like, she's so lucky. Wow, she really got a good one. And then that one day it's so bad. I'd rather it be just kind of stable. Like, I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, she's so lucky. She's got such a good one. And I mean, is he... would you say you're so lucky and you've got a good one? I mean, no offense. Like, I do really like Gingerbread, but I never look at your relationship like, oh, wow, she's so lucky. She's got a good one. I've never looked at your relationship like that. Not saying mine is fucking any better because mine's worse. But I've never, like, had that look into your relationship.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's not... doesn't matter, like, how you would look at it. It matters how I would look at it, right?
Yeah, but when you're in it yourself, you never really realise.
But I'm not a kid, man. I can tell, like, today... I fucking run, man. Like, this is so bad, run. Like, and I know that other days, I am being treated really good. Does that make sense? I am. Like, obviously there's women that are being treated better.
Yeah.
Right? There are women that are being treated better and they have nicer, kinder, they have more generous, they have got more effort. But like, in general, if we're speaking on average, if we're speaking on like average men, like, yeah.
Above average.
Yeah, we're not, it's above average. Exactly. So yeah, no, you're right. Not so lucky you've really got a good one.
I'd say like your relationship with Gingerbread is above average.
That's what I'd say.
I'd say my relationship's average.
Yeah. So
I don't have as much explosive bad moments, but then my goodness isn't as good.
Yeah, so the bad is worse, the good is better. Yeah, but you're right. I wouldn't
more
say
like stable.
But you're right. I wouldn't be like, oh, so lucky you got a good one. But on the basis of like, let's say you take 1,000 couples, like on average couples, yeah, and then I would say
it's peak out there. Like men are fucked.
100%.
That's why we look at relationships like her and Gingerbread and we're like, you know what?
That is above average most of the time.
Because average is so fucking shit right now with men.
Yeah.
It's like, it's actually crazy. But then like people will argue that you should just be on your own then.
Yeah, 100%.
You shouldn't ever settle because it's so...
But also, we're not here ticking boxes and like doing mathematics. We're also in love.
Yeah.
This makes the whole thing like a whole nother madness.
Yeah. Well, people watch this and think we're meant to be perfect human beings, having a perfect influence on people and being like, this is how it should be. We're also human. We also make mistakes. We're also living, learning continuously and battling emotions and
100%.
Everything.
You think I don't panic sometimes? I'm like, oh my God, am I wasting my time? Am I making the biggest mistake of my life? Then other days I wake up and I'm like, this is my soulmate. I'm so happy. I'm going to be with him for the rest of my life. I'm going to grow together. The other day I'm like, I need to run. I need an escape plan. I need to find a way of getting over this person. So
It's all
what can I
very-
say? We're human.
Very confusing. Relationships sometimes can be very confusing. Look at the
I know.
dilemmas we get from people.
100%. Anna, I forgot to tell them about this story about the rings.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I was saying, like, it's not even just been a bad day, it's been a bad week for me. I went and we were at Mayfair Bar and I went to the toilets because I was like, fuck it, I might as well get a few pictures. And they had lotion there. I was like lotioning my body. So I took off my Cartier rings.
And I don't know why she does this. Like, why does she take off her rings? Not last New Year's, but the New Year's before, she took off her Rolex and left it in Monkey House toilets, lost her Rolex.
You know why? Because I had a jumpsuit on and the Rolex goes over the jumpsuit sleeve at the wrist, yeah? And the jumpsuit kind of has a hook that goes over the thumb. So I took off my Rolex to wash my hands, yeah? Because I'm a hygienic bitch. Rolled up my sleeves, washed my hands.
And just left her Rolex there.
And I remember when it was countdown 10, 9, 8, I was at the table and then I was like,
you
my
realised
Rolex.
you lost your Rolex. And then, yeah, this is on like Wednesday, I think. We're at Mayfair Bar. Then in the toilet, she takes off her rings. Then we get in the car to start driving home. And it's literally so much traffic that like a 5-minute journey is 20 minutes. We've been in the car for 20 minutes. And then suddenly she goes,
Anna, 1 second. Before you go on about how crazy I went, yeah? Can I just say, I don't know if this is a disease, but when I took off my rings and I put them on that ledge by the sink, I said to myself verbally, I will not forget these rings. There is no way I'm going to forget these rings. I am not going to forget these rings. There is no way, no way, no way. I'm 31 years old.
I remember walking into the toilets and seeing your rings on the ledge and thinking, nah, she wouldn't forget them.
Do I have dementia? Anyway, so I was on the way home with Anna and this is what happened.
Oh my God! Wait, guys, I thought someone died. Like, literally, I thought someone died. If I could only even act out the way she was, yeah? She started banging on all the windows in the car, yeah? Oh my God! Oh my God! And then I'm like, I start having panic attacks. So I'm like trying to call Mayfair Bar, yeah? And I do a U-turn, calling Mayfair Bar, trying to concentrate on driving, calling Mayfair Bar at the same time to be like, find out whether they've been handed into lost property or anyone can go and check the toilets. Whilst I'm doing this, she's crawling through from the front seat through the middle space of the car, yeah? Crawling through the middle space. Then gets into the back of the car.
I'm trying to search the boots. I'm trying to search the boots.
Why were you in the back of the car?
Because I was trying to search the boots from the back of the car.
You can't get into the boot from the back of the car.
You normally can. I'm trying to put this
What,
weird...
in them old fucking cars from like 15 years ago? You can't get into the boot. And she's like, in the back of the car now, banging the back of the car. I'm like, yo, chill, because this isn't even my car. It's her boyfriend's car, yeah? Fucking banging Range Rover. She's smacking it around. The car's like 50 times the price of the fucking rings, yeah?
Fuck that car. It's not my car. Actually, he's like, we curbed his car tires. He's like in the fight moaning about that.
Anyway, yeah, listen, we'll get onto that in a minute. So then she's like banging the car, and then in the middle of we're standstill traffic, she jumps out of the car barefoot, screaming as she's jumping out.
I was trying to check the boot because I thought, what if subconsciously, without realizing, I put it in my bag. It's really embarrassing though because they're not that expensive.
I mean,
they are, but it's like in that moment, I had a panic attack.
Like, okay, the thing is, the way you acted wasn't a normal, yeah, Mandy. I'm very worried about you. It was like someone died.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I cried like that and screamed like that when our uncle died. That's exactly, it reminded me of that. That's the way you were crying.
I had a panic attack. Guys, I have a lot of stress, yeah? I'm one of those people that like, when I'm happy, I'm really, really happy. When I'm funny, I'm really, really funny. When I'm sad, I'm really, really sad. When I'm angry, I'm really, really angry. It's like my emotions are so extreme. And I just had a panic attack. Look, I thought, I work really hard.
Look, you didn't work for those rings. Like, your boyfriend got you the ring.
One of them.
And your Rolex, your ex-boyfriend got you it. So
I work hard. I work hard by being in these relationships with these shitty men.
But listen, like, I mean, I, like, 5 months ago went on a night out with my boyfriend and I left my Lady Dior bag, which is like 2.5, 3K, in the Uber. And I went to the club and I partied. I literally went to the club and partied.
I wish I had that attitude.
Like 2 years ago, I left that gold Dior bag,
that
which
really
was like
me off because I love that bag so much.
3K for that bag. I left that.
All right, so if you left your Rolex, someone you lost it.
I mean, I honestly don't think I'd cry like. Honestly, no way I would react like that.
Can I just say something?
And my Rolex is very expensive compared to your ring.
Yeah,
I wouldn't react like that.
Can I just say something? Yeah, I think for me, what tipped me over the edge was that I left my Rolex in the toilet. This is what is like giving me PTSD from that day. I left my Rolex in the toilet on New Year's Eve. Countdown happened. I went back to the toilet. My Rolex is gone. Went back to the table with a smile. Rolex is gone. Yeah? Who cares? Fuck it. It's New Year. Let's be positive. Partied the whole night. Never cried about my Rolex. Never got upset about it. And it was like, Mandy, you are going to learn from this. Do you know what I mean? This was a massive lesson for me. Like, you need to grow up. You need to be careful, look after your things. What are you going to do if you have a wedding ring one day? Well, that's not going to happen, seen as today's argument. But what are you going to do if you have something so valuable? You know, people get given their grandmothers like diamond rings. Like, this is not the person I want to be. And that made me go mad. Yeah. I hate myself. How fucking stupid are you? Like,
I really hate myself.
You don't deserve anything nice. You don't deserve anything
I sometimes think
God is not going to give you anything valuable in this world because you can't look after it. And that's what made me go crazy.
Yeah, I mean...
I was screaming, I hate myself, I'm so stupid. Like, I remember...
Obviously, like, look, all my designer bags and, like, my Rolex, obviously, my ex-boyfriend got me everything, yeah? And I think, obviously, we broke up about 2 years ago. In the last few years of my life, like, I'm just going so downhill in terms of, like, luxury. I, like... lose shit. I'm destroying my designer bags. I'm like, I just feel like
I'm just going... destroying them?
Okay, well, at one of the arguments I had like about, this is 7 months ago, I packed up my shit, I don't know, my designer bag, and it ripped one of them, like, the Alexandra McQueen bag, the Diamante's falling off, I don't even see that. I just feel like I'm going downhill in terms of materialistic luxury stuff. But oh well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying, like, honestly, money comes and money goes.
But you know, can I just say something, yeah? I also feel very differently about bags and jewelry. I feel very different because bags have an expiry date. At the end of the day, like, for example, my Tom Ford bag, which I love a lot, guys, you don't know which one it is, you'll see it in my pictures on Instagram. I love that bag, yeah? That bag, another 5 years from now, it's going to be like, basically, you can't wear it. It's already peeling. It's got wear and tear. It's like shoes. The more you take it out, the more it touches things, like you touch it, it's going to wear and it's going to tear and it's going to become one day, basically, get chucked. You think like 10 years, you can't wear it unless you want a vintage gold. A gold ring is forever. That's till you die.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, cut a long story short, yeah. I called Mayfair Bar. They said that it was handed in. And that's one of the things I was telling Mandy. I was like, stop panicking and crying like that when you don't even know if it's been handed in, because then you're just wasting your energy.
No one handed in a Rolex.
You know, I always say this about everything. This has taught me so much, because, like, you know what? When you cry so much and you get so stressed out about a situation, whether it's your boyfriend or your rings or whatever it is, like, you should always remind yourself that firstly, it's probably going to get solved, yeah? Like, relationship issues, they usually get solved, and you're putting your body under all that stress in that moment, crying and stress when it's going to get solved. Or you don't even know the outcome. So why are you stressing when you don't even know the outcome? You don't even know if it's going to be handed in. It was handed in. We drive back another 20 minutes back to Mayfair Bar. I go in to get the rings and the lady's like, sorry, it's in a safe. Housekeeping, you put it in a safe. And she has got the key and there's only one key and she won't be back till tomorrow.
Yeah. So
I was like, I'm just telling you now, my sister's going to come in here and go crazy. So as I said that, Mandy starts storming in. I go back to the car because I was like, I ain't going to witness this shit. Yeah.
Guys, 20 minutes before that, I left my rings. 20 minutes after, they're telling me the manager has got the key to the safe. There's only one key. She's gone home. Bro, cut the fucking bullshit, bro. Like, give me my fucking rings. Like, I've left it here. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? I stormed in because I waited for like 15 minutes to get Anna to get my rings. My face was black with crying. And I could see Anna's not getting anywhere. So I stormed in. Oh my God, Anna, you stormed out as soon as I stormed in, yeah?
Yeah, anyway, she managed to get the rings.
No, I didn't tell you exactly what I said.
Okay.
I was like, where's my rings? They were like, they said the same story. I said, you better give me my jewelry now. I will call the police. I am not going anywhere. Okay, you know what? At first I was stressed and then I was like, you know what? Okay, let me calm down. I was like, look, I'll go home and I'll come tomorrow, as you say, the manager's got the key. Show me a written record or a computer record with the description of the ring saying it's been stored in lost property, right? As 2 rings with a picture of them, or 3 rings, because there's 3 of them, one of them was a cheap one. This is what they look like, this is the description of them, this is the colour, they're in the lost property, a record. When you have lost property, you have a record, yeah? They're like, no, we don't have a record. What? So what if I come tomorrow and they're like, hi, how are you? I'm like, oh, I left my rings here yesterday, you told me to pick them up. What rings? You could be like, one of you girls at the counter, I don't fucking know you guys, you could just take my rings like that. At least show me a record.
Anyway, she managed to get her rings back.
Yeah. I got apparently this safe key that was with the one manager was fucking bullshit.
She lied. I thought that was quite rude, actually, because they didn't give me it, but they gave her it. But anyway, she got her rings back. Let's move on.
Oh, it's so funny,
this
yeah?
is getting a bit boring.
I lied and I was like, it's my engagement ring. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, fuck this whole ring thing. So yeah, anyway, we got the rings back. Everything was sorted, which is good. Lesson learned. And lesson learned, not only don't lose your shit, but also don't react like that, because it's that situation where Kim Kardashian's in the seat, and then Kylie's like, there's people dying out there. I don't think you should ever get that stressed over materialistic things, ever.
It's true.
Anyway, should we get onto the episode?
Yeah,
because it's been like literally 25 minutes already.
So literally we can do another 20 minutes of like
talking about parent, which is good because we don't have much to say.
All right,
actually,
good.
I've got a long list. You know, when I was writing, like planning for this episode of all the things, you know, about parenting, I've got, wow, so much.
Yeah, I know.
To think about when you have a kid. So much to think about. And like, would you be cool with it or would you not? My first one's like a basic one. Like, would you be okay with your kid smoking cigarettes? When I say kid, yeah, it could be before 18. There'll always be a kid to you, right? There'll be a big kid.
Yeah. But obviously at the legal age, right? Which is what? To smoke cigarettes. I don't know what it is. To buy cigarettes.
I don't know what the legal
is. 18 or 16? Fuck knows.
Is it illegal to smoke cigarettes under a certain age?
It must to buy. And you can't really be a smoker unless you can buy.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's more difficult. Okay, so look, me and Anna, yeah, we were never allowed. Do you remember our first cigarette we had together? We locked ourselves in the toilets upstairs at Mum and Dad's house and they were out and we quickly had one cigarette together and we wrote our names on it. One Mandy, one Anna.
Yeah. What happened to them?
I don't know.
We actually wrote our names on them. We're such losers.
Our first cigarettes. And we were older, yeah?
How old? It was when we were moved in, when we were in Twickenham. So
yeah, but we were
over 13.
Yeah. Anna, we were over 30. We were in like year 11, year 10, I remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, so I definitely would not be okay with my kids smoking. My parents to this day would not be okay with me smoking.
Yeah.
We've never smoked. I can like a social smoke. Like if I go out for a drink, I'll have a few cigarettes. But like if my mum knew I was a smoker, she'd be devastated.
Yeah, I don't even social smoke. I literally don't know how to smoke a cigarette. If I put a cigarette in my mouth, like everyone laughs at me. I don't know how to smoke it. But shisha is the only thing we smoke. Me, I wouldn't be cool with my kids smoking cigarettes at all.
Shisha's meant to be just as bad. My mum doesn't even like us smoking shisha.
Yeah.
My mum and dad. But look, I think there's nothing morally wrong with smoking cigarettes at all, yeah? Like I have no moral perspective on it. I think it's just our uncle died from smoking and he got cancer. And then he quit smoking. He got better with his cancer, cured, and then he started smoking again. And then immediately he just died. Yeah. And that scarred us as well.
It's just like you're watching your loved one basically kill themselves slowly. Sometimes I think to myself, like, my boyfriend smokes. I don't know why I'm not getting onto him more about it. It's just like I've already done a lot with him. Like I'm trying to fix his sleeping. I've managed to get him to stop smoking weed as much. So it's like all slow. But in terms of like cigarettes now, that's the next step, I think. I want to try and get him to cut down. But he just loves it. He thinks I think they think it's cool.
Oh, yeah. Gingerbeard smokes.
They think like it's the movies. It ain't like that. You're killing yourself. It's not cool.
Gingerbeard smokes so much, yeah? Like so much. I always tell him, like, you need to stop. I feel like it's affecting like his hair as well. Look, I'm always trying to get him to stop, but if someone doesn't want to stop, they're not going to stop.
But I think with your child, you'd be like more hurt. Yeah. Because it's your child.
It's like if I saw you actually being a smoker.
Yeah,
it hurt me.
Okay, well then the next one would be like, would you be all right with your kid doing drugs? I don't think you understand yet. I would go ballistic. The thing is, for me personally, like, I've never tried drugs and I don't feel like the need to. So why does my child need to?
This is so interesting that you said that. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
What?
So I've only ever tried weed when I was 16, had a very bad effect on me. So I've never tried anything else after that. But it's like, it's kind of inevitable that your kid's going to end up trying weed, no?
I haven't. I'm 32.
Yeah, but you didn't try weed because of what happened to me when I tried weed. No, otherwise, you would have ended up trying it. 100% you would have ended up trying it, man. You would have gone your whole life not trying it. Bullshit.
Our cousin, she's never tried it.
She's very, very different to us in terms of these kind of things.
I'm like that, though. I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit proper.
I think you would have ended up trying it once. But anyway.
No, look at the difference between like you smoke cigarettes every time we go out.
Yeah.
I don't.
True.
I'm just like, I just think, why does my kid need to? Like, why do you need to smoke weed? It could be the start of why? What's the need? It could be the start of like a really bad habit. And it's just the start. Sometimes things start at like painkillers, things start at weed, and then they end up progressing.
Oh my God, and all these murder documentaries, where they all started from weed and then they ended up on opioids. Like all of them.
Or a lot of them started off with like they had surgery and they started off on pain medication.
Yeah.
It's scary.
So like I personally, because of my experience with weed, which was so bad, which we need to talk about on another episode, I think maybe one day. But like, it was so scarring and devastating to my life and mental health that I would be very much against it.
Yeah,
But then again, when I see other people that are like, I've tried weed once or twice, then they're completely normal. They're living a normal life.
Yeah, I mean,
Even some people that do it once in a blue moon, they're completely normal.
Yeah, and then sometimes people just do it once a month or once every 2 months, which is like, it doesn't affect them. But still, like, I just have such a weird thing about drugs. Like, I hate them. I don't want to be with someone that does drugs. And like, I don't want
Class A drugs, forget about it.
Yeah, I don't want my kid to ever do it. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to just infiltrate their brain from their young age, just like mum did with us.
I know, yeah.
About how bad it is, and hopefully
it would work.
Yeah.
I think we'd be quite strict parents.
Mandy, after I wrote this list out, I realised I'd be like the most strict parent.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's healthy for me to have a kid.
Let's go to the next one. Would you be okay with your kids drinking? So I don't actually want my kid to drink as much as me, probably. I don't think like once a week getting drunk is necessary.
Yeah, I think it's a bad habit that we have. Like, we literally from the age of 20, every weekend we binge drink and we get drunk. And it's like, I think if we weren't the way we are, we would have probably been a lot more successful in our life. We probably would have been a lot more healthier.
Hardworking as well.
Hardworking, healthier. Our lifestyle would be better. Our mental health would probably be better. One of the reasons maybe our mental health is not as good is because the fact that we binge drink every weekend.
Man, guys, we need to talk about the anxiety the day after alcohol. It is a thing, yeah? The bad anxiety I have the day after.
That.
I get it.
I don't
so
have
bad.
like more anxiety the day after drinking than I have any other day. But then I do know that drinking has a bad effect on my mental health overall, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The next day after drinking, I'm just so hungover. I just like eat food and I just sleep. I don't really have like, unless I did something on that drunk night.
I hate the feeling as well of being hungover. And I think if I'm feeling like today, the way I feel right now today, like I feel so emotionally drained. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm meant to be going out and drinking tonight. I just don't think I'm going to be the best version of myself. Like, 'cause it brings out the core
of how you feel.
The core of how you feel. Like, I'll suppress my resentment towards Gingerbeard, yeah? I'll suppress it and I'll be like, man, be positive, have a good weekend. But it just comes out when you're drunk. And like these things about alcohol, sometimes I feel like, sometimes it can bring the best in you, sometimes it can bring like the worst. But I think moderation doesn't mean getting smashed every weekend. I don't even know what to do anymore on the weekends. Like, I'm meant to not be drinking until I go away on holiday for my diet. And I think to myself, what do you do on weekends?
Yeah, because we're so used to it that every Saturday, without a fail, we go out, get drunk. Now, like last weekend on Saturday, I didn't go out. I felt lost. That made me depressed, Mandy.
Yeah.
That made me depressed. Not going out made me feel like, what do I do? I feel so shit. My life's shit.
Yeah,
what?
but that's
just
like,
because I'm not out.
That's a mental withdrawal as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a withdrawal and it's a bad habit that we're in. And I wouldn't want my kid to be the way I am.
No, and look, I'm sorry,
but I would want them to have like obviously drinking in there.
Like, for example, I don't want to give this as an example, but like Molly May, for example, yeah, she's doesn't really drink and party and stuff, yeah? Which you can tell, and like from what you've told me of your conversations with her while she was there, other influencers as well.
That don't drink.
They're
way more successful.
Productive, hardworking, focused, ambitious. Why? Because they're not going through like 2 days of hungover recovering. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. Look, drinking in moderation is good. Special occasions here and there, you know, once a month. There's no need to do it every weekend, but it is the way we are. We
enjoy life though.
We enjoy our life.
We enjoyed it too much.
That's
much. The problem.
It is. Okay, I've got here, would you be okay with them having sex before the age of 18?
Oh, Anna has a problem with me having sex.
I am so weird, yeah. Like, I don't even like to think about my sister having sex. Seriously. Okay, right now with Gingerbeard, it's like, okay, you guys have been together for so long, I'm okay with the idea of it.
Yeah, but when I'm single,
but when you're single,
weird, yeah?
I'm so weird about her having sex when she's single. I get pissed off. I hold it in sometimes. I don't even tell you. I
can tell from your weird, green, crazy eyes.
I don't know why. I'm just really like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of how we grew up and like sex was always such a
If I'm single and I want to have sex with a guy that I've met, I have to like plant the seed in Anna's head first and like see how she's going to grow to the idea of it before I do it.
I'm very overprotective, like in terms of you having sex. So I feel like if I have a kid, my poor child.
Why though? I'm a bad bitch. Like anybody
But this
using
is the
me, I'm
weird
using
thing.
them.
It's the weird thing is like if I had a daughter, I'd be like that about her. But if I had a son, I still wouldn't want my son to like sleep around.
No.
And do you know what? I don't want my son to have sex before the age of 18.
I want my daughter to be a fucking boss. Like, if you're having sex, you better have sex with someone that's whipped on you. Like, he's so whipped, he wants to cuff you. Like, he is obsessed. Yeah?
I don't want my daughter to have sex. Full stop.
Anna, what do you mean? She's gonna end up some basic loser bitch that falls in love with every guy. She's got to have sex to realize all dicks are fucking bullshit, same shit.
No, I just don't want her to. I want her to just have sex with that one person and marry them.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna raise some like literally like wimp.
I don't know though. I just don't want. I don't know.
Every girl I know that is like sexually inexperienced.
Believe me, I agree with you.
Fucking naive as fuck.
I agree with you.
Oh my God. Every guy she fucks, she falls in love with him. Like, bitch, like, get a life.
I actually agree with you fully in terms of like the more, not that you should go sleep around, but the more experienced you are in relationships and different like types of relationships, getting hurt sometimes, and it just makes you into a stronger person. But I just don't want.
I think women need to kind of learn that like we should be able to separate emotions from sex. We should try as time goes by in the future.
I just don't like that.
Separate that, but only for our own power. For our own power, just so it kind of balances out the power dynamics between women and men.
I don't like the idea of anyone using my daughter.
Yeah, but that's a different thing. Like, that's a whole different thing. First of all, that's not really why, because you know when I have sex, I'm not being used. I'm not.
I know.
I haven't been.
What is it? It's so fucked up. I don't want them to touch her. She's too precious, like, for people to touch and, like, don't want to touch.
When you said Anna back to Iran.
I don't know what it is. And you know what? I'll tell you one thing. If I had a son as well, I wouldn't want him to sleep around either.
Yeah.
I think it's so disgusting how men can get away with, like, sleeping around with so many different women and it's, like, not looked at in any weird way.
Though.
But, like, for example, my boyfriend, he'd look at a girl that sleeps around and be like, scat, yeah? Slut shaming and scat, and she sleeps around, she's a hoe. Mate, you've slept with so many women, and if a guy does it, he doesn't say the same thing, or if he's done it, he doesn't say the same thing. Why is that okay?
If a gingerbread ever says anyone's a scat or a slut, I'm like, good for her. Go her.
Go ho.
Yeah, go ho.
But I just hate the double standards. Like, it really pisses me off because, you know what? I don't want a man that's slept with so many different people as well.
But if you want to change the double standards, if you want to change that kind of like patriarchal view, of men to women, then you need to raise a woman that doesn't see sex differently to men. Like, she doesn't need to sleep around. You tell her, okay, look, for men as well, it's like demoralizing to just give your body to everyone and anyone, But you need to say to her, it's the same for you as it would be for a man. Like, use it as to your pleasure, but don't be used and abused by men. The same way men shouldn't be used. Well, I don't know. Men don't really get used.
Some men maybe do. I don't know. They do. There are some ruthless women out there that will just use a man.
Well, men get used for other things. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. It's so complicated, isn't it? But I think the right way to be, for me personally, would be like how we are. We don't go around fucking everybody or anybody.
Yeah.
And then we, at the same time, we're not like, oh, we don't sleep with anyone because we're trying to be good girls.
You always say, Anna, if someone enjoys it, like if a girl out there enjoys sleeping around, she should be able to do that.
I do believe that.
So what if that's your daughter?
Yeah, no, she ain't allowed. She ain't fucking allowed to go sleep around. What, different person every night? Are you mad?
Yeah, but Anna, you see, she
or
changed her tune.
It's so hard because obviously if you're not in a relationship and you're single, you want sex. You want to have sex. Like, you don't want to never have... Like, I know there's people out there that can go months or years without sex, but I ain't that person. I don't know, genetically, my daughter probably ain't going to be that person.
God knows, man.
And then, like, what do you do for sex? But then again, maybe the reason that we're not those people is because we never have really gone through many months without having sex. So we're so used to it.
Every generation is so different as well. You think girls that are like 16 now think about sex the way we do. They're sleeping around. Like, I saw something, Oh my God, this red rose that I saw. It was some teenagers in school, the beginning of Red Rose. And then we're like, we're going to get so much dick this summer. We're going to have so much sex. I can't wait for how much dick we're going to get. Yeah, high-fiving. 1 second I thought, oh my God, this is not for my age, Red Rose. This is for kids that like 18, 19. Like, I'm way too old to be watching this as well. I kind of realize it is a little bit childish. But I'm like, in a way I was like, I was like sick finally, a guy can sit in front of the TV and hear women saying that. Finally. It's not always men like, yeah, let's go get pussy spudding, yeah? It's like girls are like, yeah, we're going to get some.
In their uniform.
That's the way things are now. At the same time, I thought...
that makes me not want to bring a child into this fucking generation.
That's what it's going to be like. That's going to be worse.
It makes me sick, like, actually makes me sick.
That's 16-year-olds now.
I remember back when I was in school and I was 16, the girls in the table would be talking about sucking dick and stuff like that. And I never even kissed a guy at that point. So how is it now? 11-year-olds are probably going out there doing madness. And it makes me feel sick. Like, why is that okay now?
Yeah,
why has sex become such an easy thing to do and talk about? And how are you going? I've seen on TikTok girls, young girls like in 17, 18, going Ibiza, let's go get the same dick, let's fuck the same people, let's go do this, let's go do that. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, guys, honestly, with this, I'm really confused. I'm very similar to Anna in the sense that I wouldn't want my kid to, sleep around, and I don't think it's right for a woman or a man to do that. But at the same time, I applaud sexual liberation. Like, when I see singers, even female singers like Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion talking about sex and how they like it and like how they want to do it. I'm like, yes, women.
Talking about sex and talking about liking it is different to let's go get so much dick this summer.
Even when I see in films like women being like, more promiscuous.
I don't rate that, Mandy. I don't rate let's go get as much dick as we can this summer.
The thing is, men can't be tamed. So it's like women are trying to like be the same. Because they're so sick of being the innocent ones. Women are so sick of being the innocent ones.
Why do you have to be innocent? Why do you have to be that promiscuous? Why
Even
can't
me and you are fucking innocent compared to what guys are like.
I just think I don't rate a woman saying, I'm going to go get loads of dick this summer. And I don't rate a man saying, I'm going to get loads of pussy this summer. I don't rate both sexes doing that.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
But the problem is the male gender has been doing that and is going to do that. And that's...
I've never rated...
They're glamorized for that. So the reason why women are behaving like that is because of the men. Otherwise, women aren't really like this. Like, even our music, just our general... social media, the women aren't really like this. They've become like this because of men. They're all naked and getting flown out by rich guys and acting all like, for fuck being that good girl, fuck being that innocent little wifey, that's not working. Fuck it. I might as well just be a hoe. Do you know what I mean? They're hoes. They like me. They like the hoes. So fuck it. Let me be one. That's what's happening like in this world.
Yeah, I just think our generation is so bad, and I'm scared to bring a child into this
me too.
world right now. It's actually scary. You think I want my 12-year-old in school talking about sucking dick?
Do you know what?
They should be out playing with sticks and stones. Like, why are they talking about sucking dick?
I know.
It's a madness.
Guys, I'm like, so funny because this episode is like a very serious episode, isn't it? I just feel like when I'm not in a funny mood, like I'm just not going to be able to bring good, like...
Who cares? People don't love you because you're funny. People love you because of you. If anyone's listening to this podcast just because they think, oh man, he's going to be a comedian for me, this isn't... Yeah, technically our podcast is under the category of comedy, but still.
I never wanted that though.
I know.
I was just always being myself. But then being myself is also if I'm feeling like a little bit more mellow and I'm feeling a bit more emotional, like I want to be able to be myself.
Yeah. Okay, we've got here, would you be okay with your kid having OnlyFans? No.
This is really bad though, because I feel like I don't have anything against.
I don't have anything against it.
But I've been raised like that. Like, I just cannot.
I don't have anything against OnlyFans or the people that do it. Like, I think, do you know what? Personally, if I didn't have the mum and dad that I have, I would do it 100%. It's such good money.
Oh, yeah. Good point. If we had different upbringing, different culture... Like, our parents didn't care at all. Imagine your parents were like, yeah, do it, make the money. You fucking do it.
You think I don't want to make 50 bags a month? Like, yeah. I'll be flying out there here. Like, what the hell? I see girls that are doing, I rate them. They bought houses themselves. They on the property ladder, living their best life. They're not having to stress about money. Like, honestly, if I didn't have the parents I did, I could handle it. I could handle that, like, doing all that, yeah?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want my kid to do it.
So then why? If you think there's nothing wrong with it, then why do you want a kid to do it?
That's the point. It's because of the way that our parents raised us, the culture that we're in. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but then I have this thing that lingers in the back of my head.
You've been brainwashed.
That makes me think that... I can't explain it. Does it make me feel good in my soul?
Yeah.
It makes me feel in my soul like I'm doing something wrong.
And I wonder though, if other people that have been raised with very like liberal parents, like open-minded parents that support their decision to go on OnlyFans, I wonder if they have the same feeling though of like
in their
something
soul.
Unworthy about yourself, something like uncomfortable in your own skin doing that kind of thing.
It's like mad because like I don't think you're unworthy doing it, and I just genuinely like don't believe it in any, not even 1%. But then what is that in the back of my
head about your own kid? There is also a very vague like line, I think, these days with the content on OnlyFans and porn. And that's why we want to do a whole episode actually.
on OnlyFans?
On OnlyFans, because like, where is the line drawn? I'm a porn star or I'm an influencer on OnlyFans. Where does the line get drawn? It's very vague, kind of like grey area, no?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah. And like, I know that I do actually rate a lot of girls that have gone out there, got their money, got their bag, done what they had to do, whatever. But there's also a very thin line between like, okay, sexual workers and like rating women for doing that. And then there's a line where like, do you rate, like for example, a porn star? Do you rate them? Because anyone can just become a porn star. It doesn't take any talent or skill, or it doesn't take any education.
Same with OnlyFans.
Yeah, but it's like OnlyFans isn't as bad as porn. You're not fucking people for money.
You're just fucking yourself.
No, not everyone. Not everyone on OnlyFans. You're doing nude. Your own body. You got rights to your own body to take sexy pictures. Maybe it makes you feel good, but it's like actually having sex like with different random people numerous times a day on camera. Porn. Do you rate porn stars?
Yeah.
I mean, we need porn, right? Do we? I don't know. That's
a whole other topic.
Yeah, but like, do you rate them?
But there is porn, Anna, of women on their own, yeah, doing things on their own to themselves. And that same content is on some people's OnlyFans. So it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just talking about just not general porn, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. Like that kind of porn. Do you rate porn stars? Do you rate them? So then why do we rate OnlyFans people so much?
Yeah. Do you know who I rate? Viola Davis.
Yeah, she's sick. I love her.
I rate people like her.
I just watched Woman King the other day.
I wouldn't even... Like, obviously, the podcast I'm doing, I feel way more good about myself, way more, like, worthy, you know? Putting myself out there, like, my mind, our relationship with each other, our private life, and sharing these experiences, helping people through their own experiences. It makes me feel, like, way better than someone that's just taking pictures on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The fact that people come up to me on the streets now and they're like, I love your podcast, rather than... oh, Anna, I love you from Love Island. Oh my God, the feeling that I get is so much better now that people come up to me and say, I love your podcast. It makes me laugh. It helps me get through hard times, rather than Anna from Love Island.
Exactly.
It's just like, that wasn't, I mean, it wasn't easy, but it's like anybody really can, actually not anybody can do that. But you know what I mean? It doesn't take actual like skill or not that, what we do is not easy, yeah?
100%. Like me being here today isn't easy.
And we're only gonna get better, I think.
Yeah. With you lots love and support.
Yeah, but I think we definitely should do an episode on OnlyFans and definitely should do an episode on porn.
Yeah.
Because
I think so as well.
I mean, yeah, so no, I definitely wouldn't want my kid to do OnlyFans. I don't know why. I don't know, because probably easy way to make money.
Me too.
It's not that bad, like, as well. It's not like porn.
I just feel so weird saying this though, because like, I would disown my kid, or I would like...
I wouldn't disown my kid.
Like, not disown, sorry. But I'd be like, I'm cutting you off if you're doing that until you're not doing that. I'm cutting you off. I would. I'd cut her off.
Would you?
Yeah, I would. But the thing is, like, when I meet girls, I'm like, yeah, you're sick for doing that. You're so sick. I rate her like she's so sick.
I would do it. I genuinely would do it if I didn't have the parents I have.
Yeah.
So, it's mad.
It's mind-boggling.
Anyway, would you be okay with your kid having cosmetic surgery?
Yes. Fucking yes. I wouldn't let her get out of hand like me,
I'm not going to lie, yeah. Unless they really needed it and I really affected their confidence, I wouldn't be okay with it.
If they've got my genetics, they're going to need it.
Nah. I regret almost every surgery that I've had.
I don't.
I do. And I don't want my kid to make the same mistake as me.
So I would never let it go out of hand. Like, I feel like for me, it got out of hand. Now I'm with bad scarring. Like, I just feel like I'm unsymmetrical. Like, obviously, it's not what you see on Instagram. Like, if you don't see me naked or not posing with, like, normal lighting. So it is very different. People are going to think, oh, she's got a great body. But trust me, like, I've got a lot of issues caused by plastic surgery. And the thing is, I think if you really need, like you said, if you really need it, then yeah. Or if you want to change something because you're not happy with it. But when you get out of hand and you start getting obsessed with it, which is what happened to me, that's when I'd be completely against it.
I just think, when do you really, really need it? Did we need our first really need our first BBL? No.
I feel like I did, actually. I was shaped like a pear.
So you weren't shaped like a pear. You had the normal shape that like most people.
No, I didn't. I had like...
I mean, like, unless it's really affecting your confidence.
My first BBL was great. Perfect. The best thing I ever did. When I look at my pictures, pre-first BBL, post-first BBL, I looked amazing. Went to a good surgeon in London. Okay, it was expensive. Very minimal scarring. And then what happened? Brainwashed by media. Oh, I want a bigger ass. I want bigger hips. What? I had a nice... After that first BBL, I had a nice peach bum. Nice, like... normal size hips, like more than normal, little slight hourglass. Then what happened? Obsession.
Like literally we're scarred up. My first boob job, why did I do it? Like I honestly had amazing boobs. Now, because of my first boob job, the first one I got, they were too heavy, then they sagged. So then I had to get them reduced and get a lift. And now it's been 2 years since that, they bottomed out. Now, again, I'm having to go for surgery to fix the bottoming out.
Bottoming out is when the implant comes low and then the nipple comes high and then it becomes...
Yeah, so now I have to go surgery maybe next month. Again, so surgery just means more surgery. And like
that's one thing.
I just think sometimes, unless it's really needed...
I definitely needed my first boob job, which you agreed with as well.
Yeah, I didn't need it.
And I needed my first BBL. And then after that, I should have just been like, mate, I look so natural as well. I look so natural. It just got out of hand. And I think media is just so bad for when you're young, man.
Yeah. It's like
when you're young.
And body trends change. Like now it's all about
skinny.
Really, really skinny girls. Big bums aren't in anymore. So you just don't follow trends.
At one point, Pamela Anderson and Katie Price, massive tits were in. Now it's not really in anymore.
So it's just not worth It's not worth
it.
Don't
do it, guys. Don't do it.
Well, we're talking about our kids, not them.
Okay, our kids, like I said, I do what I should have done. Like... If we really needed it, then just a little bit and that's it.
Okay, would you care if your kid didn't go to college?
This is such a weird one.
And then I've got, would you care if your kid doesn't go to university?
That's basically the same shit,
University. No, college and university is different.
Well, yeah, they go college because you're still young and like you're learning, basic
Yeah, I feel like college is important. University...
It's amazing that you went to university and you have a degree in pharmacy and I've got a degree in law, but mine went to shit. Like I'm not using it. So it's like I'm in debt. For no reason.
Yeah, but I'm not using my degree at the moment as well.
Yeah, but
I've always got it to fall back on. But I studied 5 years for like a basic pay. Do you know what I mean? Not even amazing pay. It's like...
This is what I think,
sometimes university is such a waste of money.
Can I say what I think, yeah? Like, for example, when I was younger, I said to my parents, like, I'm obsessed with like makeup blogging, yeah? I really want to do it. As a parent, I would have facilitated everything in my power...
to push
all the money they put into my law, I just should have gotten cameras, lighting, researched it, helped me with it, motivated me.
It was your passion.
And told me, my passion, do this. This is what you need to do, yeah? Forget uni. If I started that
back then,
18, yeah, when it wasn't even a thing.
You'd be like Mario, Makeup by Mario right now.
I'd be like Huda Beauty right now, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Right,
because that's how good you were.
That's how good I was. So that's what they should have done. If your kid is like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a vet, then push them into going to uni. But I feel like you need to listen to your child.
Yeah.
And if they do have a dream, even how crazy it might seem, acting, whatever it is.
Help them with that. Because I think our parents, everything that we ever said that we wanted to do, if it wasn't medicine, dentistry, law, or pharmacy, no chance, no way. You're not allowed. Like, you're actually not allowed to do anything but those subjects.
100%.
And in a way, it's like...
Anything you want to be, anything you want to be.
You can be the best at it.
If you put 100% into it. If you put 100% into it, anything that you have a passion for. If it was making candles, I want to make candles.
Manny, it's funny you say that because I actually do want to do that, but anyway.
But anything that might just sound absurd, or like I want to become a clay making and do pots, or I want to review PS1 games on YouTube, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Or PS2 games, or whatever. Anything you give 100% to, you could become the best at it. So
yeah.
Really
it's just a Middle Eastern backward thing that they think that the only subjects that are good is a doctor, lawyer, dentist or pharmacist. But the thing is, it's like, they don't, all that studying, firstly, I don't remember all of it.
Yeah.
And then, does it even give you that much of a return? in
That's the
money
thing.
to stand there all day, every day, studied all that.
A lot of people that make the most money, they aren't in these professions that our parents pushed us into. But at the same time, we all need lawyers, we all need doctors, we all need vets, we all need nurses, we all need these things.
Yeah, but there's people that have a passion for that.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't have a passion for that. I didn't have a passion for pharmacy or medicine or anything like that. I didn't have it. I didn't like it. But you know what? What makes me so sick about college, uni, school, all this shit, yeah? They don't even teach you the shit that you need to know in life.
Like
taxes, mortgages, all this shit. Like, I still don't understand how mortgages work. Taxes, I struggled. When I came out of Love Island and I'm self-employed, I struggled with my taxes, yeah? I didn't pay them properly. Then I got into a bit of a tax debt. It's like all the things that you need to learn in school, they don't teach you.
When I was in school, there was nothing as well about contraception. There was nothing about how to put tampons in. There was nothing about sex, BV, thrush. Nothing.
Thrush, all the things that you actually need, life lessons, you don't get taught. So like, I don't know, my kid doesn't want to go uni and they've got a passion, I'll push them towards that. And you know what? I'll homeschool them with all the fucking things that they need to know about life. That's what's important. But anyway, yeah.
I think we'd be great parents. We'd be great fucking parents.
Would you let your kid dress how they want?
Oh God, this is such a weird one.
We're running out of time though. We need to speed through the next one.
I used to dress pretty ratchet, when I was like younger, and I used to sneak out. I used to wear something over it so my mum and dad didn't know, and then like take it off or change in the car. And I used to dress really ratchet without them knowing.
Yeah, we had to change sometimes, like when we got out the house, because they used to get onto us when we were younger about the way we dress, whereas now they're more chilled.
So honestly, the only reason I would say I'd be a little bit wary is because it's such a dangerous world out there. Like, I'm hearing so much about rapes and
yeah, but aren't you against like women having to change the way they are or what they do because of rape?
This is the fucking world we live in, yeah? Sorry, all the murderers and rapists and dictators and fucking everything in the world are men, right? Sorry, statistically, it's like 99% of them.
They're not all men.
Majority of them are men. There was something about in America, there's 8,000 murders a year and only like 1% of that is like women.
Yeah.
So men putting like tablets in your drink to make you pass out so they can carry you out and rape you, like that is happening to women.
And you think like they're more targeted when they dress promiscuously?
Definitely. You're more of like attractive prey, if you like. And I don't want that to ever happen. And like things you used to do when you were younger, like sitting in guys' cars to charge your phone, or, oh yeah, you want to give me a lift to the closest bar, and you jumped in any random guy's car. Like, we're so dumb for doing these things when we were younger. And it's just more likely to be dangerous and people to like lure you in if you're dressed too sexy.
Okay, can I give you my opinion? I feel like such a hypocrite saying this. I just don't understand. I think I can be a hypocrite in life because I'm so much about, who cares what people think, do what you want, do what makes you happy, dress how you want. But I wouldn't want my daughter to dress too promiscuously because I don't want people to judge her or people to think a certain thing of her if it isn't true. Like, let's say, she is like a good girl and she's not like sleeping around every day with different people, yeah?
Yeah.
She's got self-respect and stuff like that. And then she dresses really promiscuously and people are going to have an idea of her that's not true. That's going to piss me off.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. Fuck that. Fuck people's ideas and what they think.
I agree. I'm like, fuck people. Fuck what they think. They don't affect your life. That's the character. That's what I do with my life. But why would I be so protective of her?
I honestly do not want my daughter to be raised the way I'm raised, thinking and always worrying and always concerned
about what people think.
About what men think of me. That has been the worst thing that I've had instilled in my body, in my mind, since I was a kid, worrying about what men think of me.
What people think of.
Other people think of me. Do they think I'm a slut? Do I look like a slut? Do they think I slept around too much? Do they think I haven't? Fuck what they think. And I
agree, but that's why I feel like sometimes I'm a bit of a hypocrite because like, why would I be so protective over her in that sense?
I don't know. Do you really want her to be raised the way we were? In the sense of always worrying about...
No, I don't. I want her to be free of all the shit that we've had in our heads. I want her to be free of it. But at the same time, I can't help but like be overly protective. Like, in Iranian, we have that word, ghairati. They don't have that word in English. It's like, there's actually not a word for it in English, but I'll just be very...
Protecting her honour.
Yeah, of my daughter.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I feel like my whole life I felt as though I have to prove a point of my purity, prove a point of my, the level of sexual promiscuity I have. Why am I always going through life trying to prove it? Even to this day, I have to prove a point to everyone, prove a point to my boyfriend, prove a point to you guys. why? It doesn't even matter.
It's so true. You're right.
And I
agree. It's fucked. It's in my head.
Yeah, and I don't want her to, I want her to be able to think, you know what, she could be a virgin and she could have her titties out. Like, do you know what I mean? Who cares?
It's true. Yeah.
So anyway.
I just think before I have a kid, I need to go through like a whole period of time where I just fully cleanse myself of all this.
You might change though when you have a kid.
Yeah, because you know, Mum, when we first met her, she was like, you need to go to university, meet someone, get married, no sex before marriage. She was very like weird like that when we were younger. And she's changed so much now.
Yeah.
She knows we live with our boyfriend. She obviously knows we have sex. She's chilled.
Yeah.
When we first put lingerie pictures on Instagram, she went mental. She didn't speak to us for weeks.
Just crying.
Now, she's fine with it.
She doesn't say anything now I put lingerie pictures up.
So it's like, people can change.
Yeah.
She obviously realised that
I talked to my mum about sex.
Yeah. She's changed so much, guys. I can't even explain it to you. Like, it's crazy.
People change.
Mandy, I was asking all these questions to my boyfriend in bed last night. And he was like, I'm getting very angry. Like, stop asking me these questions. Because he's very like protective as well. God, if we ever had a kid. Poor kid. But I asked him this year, I said, would you care about your kid going on Love Island? And he was like, I would never let them go on Love Island. I was like, excuse me? He was like, I'd never let my kid go on Love Island. I was like, why would you say that when your girl's been on Love Island? Like, I've been on there. What's so wrong about Love Island? Anyway, he just gave me all these reasons.
And was he right?
Never let them go on there.
I wouldn't, because I would, if I could avoid it, I wouldn't, because I don't want him to go through the emotional and mental roller coaster of on a show like that, like the social experiment kind of, you know, atmosphere it is.
Yeah.
And I also don't want it to be put on a platform for people to judge, critique.
Yeah, I just feel like being on a show like that, you're constantly compared to other people for your personality, your looks. You know, are you this person's type? Are you that person's type? You know, and I wouldn't want them to go through that, but at the same time, I wouldn't be totally against it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think it really does grow and develop very thick skin as well, going on a show like that.
Yeah.
But I think it just makes you so much more like hyper aware about your looks and your appearance, which is not nice.
I think compared to before I was on there till now, I'm so much more, you know,
self-conscious?
I'm not self-conscious about my looks, which is really weird because before going on there, I wasn't at all.
Me too. I was more confident before you went on there because obviously I was put on the public spotlight as well.
Yeah.
And judged for my looks and my appearance. And I think it's just not nice, is it?
No.
This is not a nice
and
world
then
out
I wouldn't
there.
want them to come out and, you know, the trolling, like they get such heavy trollings. If they decide to show a side of you that people won't like, which everybody has.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different sides to them. And if they decide to show that side to you, like what Olivia is going through now, right?
Yeah.
On Love Island now. If they decide to show a side that's not very nice of you, and then you come out to those that heavy trolling, that can have an effect on you. And then compared to other people that's been on the show, like your success to theirs, are you a failure? Are you successful? I don't want them to have to go through all that.
Yeah.
You know?
You should always compare yourself to your previous self.
Yeah, like I don't want to compare myself to other Love Island. I want to compare myself to Anna before Love Island, you know, and how she is and doing now and how much more successful she is now and how much happier you are now. That's what you should be doing.
I think if you don't have the right support system in your life, like you don't have right friends that are really there for you, family, like mental strength in the first place, it could have a very detrimental effect coming
but
out
like
of
I
that.
said, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, me too.
It's very much like it's up to you.
Yeah.
I would be worried about it a little bit, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
And it could be an exciting thing. And it's not everyone gets to experience something like that.
And at the end of the day, like most people that go on Love Island come out better off.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Us, like
way better
we
off.
had that episode, Change Our Lives. Like I would want it to be able to change. I would want her or him to have an opportunity for their life to be bettered as well.
100%.
We don't want to take that away from them.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to end it on one last question. What would you want your child to do differently to what you've done in your life?
Everything. Like everything.
I wish I listened to my mum more growing up about so many things. It's like when you're growing up, you think your parents are being annoying, but really everything they say has got a point. Everything they say has got a point. Study hard in school. You know what? I had so much potential in school. I was so smart, but I didn't put my all into it. If I put my all into it, I could have been so much more
100%.
educated now, yeah? And what else?
What you do in school and college basically determines where you're going to go in life, because where you go to uni and what you do in uni basically determines the job you're going to get. And people don't realize how important school and college is. That's crazy. But you're too young to have that much of a burden on you. I don't get it, really.
I don't know. It's...
Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I mean, forget education, from shaving to straightening my hair.
She was like, don't shave your legs. And I was like so young, and I had blonde hairs on my body, yeah, because you know I'm quite light-skinned. I had blonde, thin hairs on my body, hardly any hair. I took a razor to my legs undercover when she wasn't looking. I started shaving. Then I went through a period of my life, guys, in my early 20s, where I had like black, thick, coarse hairs all over my body from shaving, yeah? And I was like, what have I done to myself? I cried, I was depressed. I didn't have enough money to get laser. The shaving, I'd shave within a few hours, it would come back out.
Yeah.
Until I got my student loans. And
hours?
Mandy, I'm not joking. Next day.
Yeah.
Do you not remember?
Yeah, I remember you were depressed about it.
Within 12 hours, it'd come out. And until I went to uni and I got my student loans and I was able to get laser, it actually affected me so much. And I'm still having to go to laser now.
Yeah.
To this day.
So definitely shaving, hair straightening, so heat damage and hair extensions, biggest regret.
Mom used to always tell us as well. Like, what were we thinking? Only up until our big age now do we realize all those wasted, no guy's worth it, uni, school, all that, not worth it.
I would, if I could turn back time, oil my hair, mask my hair and have it trimmed every single few months, and I would look after it so much. So now I could enjoy really long, thick hair. And I think sunscreen, man. You should be wearing sunscreen every day when you're going like college, uni, out. So important.
Yeah.
So important.
Relationships, what my
daughter
God. Or son to do differently.
Don't waste time in toxic relationships.
Yeah, don't waste time.
And I mean like so toxic that what are you even doing in them? Like there's no hope. Them ones, like my last one. What the fuck? What was that?
Yeah,
so,
the list goes on, but yeah, we'd want them to do a lot of things differently.
How stressful it
but
is
the thing
mums.
is, we'd want them to do the same, Andy, is to be like us, like have good hearts, honest, loyal people, caring people. Why don't we look at the positives of us?
Yeah, I'm not feeling very positive today.
No, there's so many good things about us that I'd want my child to carry with them.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, we've never been into drugs. We've never been disloyal, thieving, like bad-hearted people. We've always been good, pure hearts. And I'd always want my kid to be that, like us in that sense.
I always think how stressful is it to be a mum? Like, I feel so sorry for my mum, how much she like said things repetitively and we never listened.
She still is, Mandy.
I know.
Still is. It's non-stop.
It's an exhausting job. The hardest job there is to be a mum. So be ready for it if you're ever going to do it. Because we definitely ain't ready.
Yeah. I'm going to end it on there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was quite a long episode this time.
I know.
Hey.
I just feel like I was in such a miserable mood this episode. I hope people still enjoyed it.
Anyway, we love you and we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.